Hi guys, welcome to the West Ham Fulham pre-match. Jay, how are you feeling?
I tell you what, I was actually. Yeah. No, luckily, the preview we did for Liverpool didn't come up, and then the review did. But I was actually pretty confident at Anfield, and that shot me to shit. And then I watched Fulham. I'm sorry, I don't care what Spurs fans say. I think they got torn apart by Fulham for the majority of that 90 minutes, and it is. It's now or never. I feel. I think we've just had about an hour and a half argument on our walk to get our steps in about it. So I'll let you go. I'm not going too much into it. I'll let you kind of tee off because you're more optimistic than I am.
Yeah, do you know what? Right, I feel like the way that we've been playing, like, all right, yeah, we did ship 5 goals against Liverpool. It wasn't an ideal result, but I think if you've been the first, because I was confident as well, stupidly so. I'll completely agree with that. So glad that preview didn't go up. Um, the first goal, if you don't count the one in the first 5 minutes, I think the 4-2 scoreline at least paints a lot better picture because I feel like we were in that game like a lot more. So I'm actually fairly confident going in Fulham, but mainly for the fact that Spurs are shit and we're a better team than Spurs right now. So I would like to say that we could get. I'm confident. I think we'll get a win, 3-1.
Fuck, all right, okay.
No, I'm
Uh,
going full send for this one.
we're
Yeah,
we're winless in three. They've got two wins on the bounce, and they're
yeah,
playing at home again.
yeah. But we're massive, and that's the difference. No,
Well,
I
here's a
genuinely,
question for you.
Go
Here's a
on.
question for you. Why are you not confident?
No, he's always fucking confident.
no, I'm not
Like,
confident again. I'm never confident against City ever. Never confident against
Oh
City.
God,
all right,
no,
so City's the only one, but
no, no.
again, Liverpool.
Everyone else has got a
Liverpool.
game, mate. Yeah,
Okay. That, I think again, I think it'll be a tight affair. I think West Ham's away form is a lot better than when you're at home. I think going to Craven Cottage, you've got a point to prove. You've got to keep getting points. You're only what two off of Forest, which is the place above you. You're only what 4 or 5 of us first.
It's
The more you win those games, the more you drag more teams into it.
it's a big game week. This one feels very big. Um,
this was a 6 pointer, isn't it? Like this is one of the ones where like we
I,
have
I
to get the
don't even
points.
know because I mean I said this to Gav when we went to Burnley. It was like Burnley felt like a big one. Like if you lost to Burnley that day, we were fucked. And then ever since we've been on that one game away, and then we didn't take it a couple of weeks ago against United. Then you're looking at him, Forest of City, Spurs of
Hmm.
Palace. Palace probably only need one more win and then they're safe themselves. So they're probably really vying to try and get that. I mean, you look at it. We'll
Yeah.
go a point above Forest if we won. And I'm not being funny, but you are right. The City ones are free hits, right? You might as well cross the fucking game week off
Yeah,
because there's just no point.
yeah.
And it's like this one's big, I think, because this one you put Forest. I think this. I could be wrong, but I think we've been in the relegation zone since October, maybe November, and this will be the first time we're out of it, and I think that is a significance as well. When we bounce out, if we do bounce out of it, I think that also rings true for Spurs because we'll be a point behind them if they lose tomorrow night, and that is a team unused to being down there. At least a couple
Hmm.
of our boys, at least, have been in the recent ones, but I'm not confident against Fulham. I'd like us to go more how we went with Pablo being fit, the attacking 4-4-1-1 as such, rather than the 4-2-3-1 with three midfielders. I'd like to see Callum Wilson and Tatty play, even if we put Callum Wilson slightly behind Tatty. I think we've lost so much without Pablo.
When we
Um,
went to Burnley, did they not play Wilson ahead of Tati?
yeah, yeah.
I'd maybe go with that rather
I
than
just prefer
the other
Tatty's
way around.
press. That's the only reason why. I just prefer Tatty's athleticism and press. And I don't think Wilson
Yeah, but
has
I
that.
think I think that's why you put Tati in the cam when because he's like winning the ball in the midfield and getting it out to Bowen in Somerville. But then if you have Tati there to win the ball back there, you can just play off him. But I don't think Tati. You're right. Tati's a better. better presser of the ball and he's better distributing than what Callum Wilson is. Callum Wilson is a finisher. Well, he hasn't been for some clubs, but that's what he's good at. I would have him up top, have Ty in centre, attacking mid, and see how that goes. I would like to be competent for you guys. I want you guys to. I want Spurs to go down. I think everyone wants Spurs to go down. That'd be fucking funny. It would be. You shake your head all you want. I heard what you've been saying.
Totally agree.
Fucking, he's been fucking. He's been absolutely going off of camera. But
Me? No, it's not off the
point.
camera. I'll say everything I've said off camera on camera. I think they're a shit team. I think they're a shit team full of overrated people who think their rep's going to get them a bigger club in the summer if Spurs get relegated. It's not going to happen. But Fulham are 3 points away from Europe, so they're not on their fucking sun lounges yet. And it just worries me. And I think they've been better at Craven than they have. And I think we have a pretty good record at Craven. I wouldn't say we're going to lose. I'm just not confident we're going to win, especially how cheaply some of those goals came against Liverpool. But as Ben said earlier today, that is Liverpool. So
we have got a point to prove as well. Though I do back with what you're saying. I don't think it's going to be an easy game, but I think with the fact that, like Gav said, we've got a point to prove. We've got, like you said, it'll be the first time we'll get out of the relegation zone since, if it is October, it's definitely the arse end of last year. So like, I think as much as Fulham is a difficult game and they've got just as much to play for, I hope that we just show up with the fight that we've shown and we just slap the absolute granny out of them.
It's a big game, innit? Because if we don't turn up, I think that says more about the actual team's character. Because I'd look at that quality across the Fulham and West Ham team, and I don't think there's a huge amount there.
No,
in between.
I think you've made a very good point, or you brought up a very good point with Fulham. They're battling for Europe, so it's two teams with a point to prove, but two massively different points. You've got West Ham fighting to keep the Premier League status, which in itself, it's not an easy task to stay up, but it isn't. Folks seem to think staying up's an absolute given, and it's not. Anybody can go down. You're seeing that with Spurs, Forest, both European teams. Well, both European teams this season.
Yeah.
You've got West Ham, European champions a few years back. No one's safe to automatically stay up. But then you've also got Fulham that, when was the last time they were in Europe?
Oh, years ago. I remember them being in Europe when they got to the Europa League final, the UEFA Cup final, and they got beat off Atletico Madrid. I mean, you're on about 2010 way, 2012 way, I think.
What I was going to say was, it not when they started Clint Dempsey?
Yeah, well, I'll tell you how long ago it was. I think Diego Forlan won the winner for Atletico that year. So that's a way away.
So you've got the stress of staying up, and they've got the stress of trying to fight for European status. I think it's whoever cracks first. Yeah. I think it honestly is. If I'm being honest, I see a draw written all over it. I see a very cagey Fulham not wanting to concede, you guys not wanting to concede, and it'll just be stuck in the middle of the park for the majority of the game. But if you go of recent weeks, you'd say Fulham just beating the teams that have.
Yeah. We actually had a good go at them as well at home. We probably should have beat them at home in all odds, because that was Yoli Skull's mishap at home when he basically played it onto a plate. But my worry is he going to look at that five goals against Liverpool, think it's a scarring, and go, we'll put a third midfielder in again? When you have Wilson and Tatty fit, just play them.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was going to say, but I know we've mentioned Tatty and Callum Wilson. Is there anybody else you would take out and put in, or is there anybody
you don't? The problem is with us, when you don't have Pablo in there, I don't think you have anyone. That is the one bad thing about getting rid of Paqueta. I would personally, I'm not a manager, but I would personally, if I had to do something like that, Mateus Fernandes used to play further up the pitch, Southampton. I think he's shown he's very good where he's playing. But if you had to put someone up slightly higher, put him up, and I've said this a couple of weeks, because Potts still isn't available, I don't think, is you'd have to play Kante, the young boy. And I don't know whether he has that much trust in Kante. I think he's been good, though, by the way, when he's come on. And I think he's 6'4". He's another aerial threat. I mean, him,
Mm.
Souček,
Yeah,
Disasi, all in one team. You're looking at that thinking we can also head things away if need be.
yeah.
But I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
I think if you look at the Fulham squad as well, you've got Harry Wilson is in form. Alex Iwobi, I'm pretty sure Alex Iwobi scored the weekend.
Fucking
Um,
banger. Goal of the season contender against Spurs. Genuinely, it's
uh,
unbelievable.
I imagine Spurs get relegated and they
A
concede the
goal of
goal
the
of the
season
season.
goes against
It
them and
just
all.
it just gets fucking better and better. But no, you've got those players are in form. Jimenez seems to be able to click it on when he fucking wants. If he's fit, I've not seen any
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
injury reports or anything. He seems to be able to just click it on and off whenever he wants. Um, Obviously they've got Joachim Anderson and players like that. They've been in the Premier League for years. They've got a good enough squad. You boys have got a good enough squad. No matter what anybody fucking says, if you've been in a relegation battle, your squad are
No,
actually
completely.
proving that they can play together. It's just will the pressure start to wilt on your spirit?
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
I said this to
that's
Ben
the
earlier.
question.
Has the air gone out? Right, that's the question. And I think you'll find out. This tomorrow is a big day because I think we kick off as well at the same time as everyone else, and
It's also
you
midweek
can't
as
check
well.
someone else's result. Then, do you know what I mean? You're only focusing
Yeah,
on your
That
own,
might
so
be a
you've not
blessing,
even
though.
got that shred of. Sorry,
I
That might
suppose
be
you
a
can
blessing,
though.
though, not being able to see the
I
other
think it will
result.
be.
But you can check the other team's results. I remember years ago, United and City had all the fucking fucking radios and everything. The fans, you can tell in the fans though well, it's normally when you're fighting for the championship and for the Premier League and stuff like that. But your fans will tell you on the pitch if you need to fucking grab this winner or not. But will that play a factor? Who knows? Will
It's a
Somerville
big
get
one because
back into
I'd say.
goal scoring form? Who
Fulham,
knows?
if you looked at it in a team basis, I say Fulham are weaker down the sides compared to the centre. That Sander is unbelievable, and they've got two decent centre backs. Fuck, we gave them one, Issa Diop and Joachim Anderson. They're both quality. You would look down the left and right, and you think surely the wings are stronger.